me cat, eh? Little cat show, maybe. Found the paper. One's washing, one's drinking, one's looking. The other one's playing with under the door. They spin around and they spin around and they slide into the wall. They all got their own age, they all got their own thing. Well, that's the end of the show, I guess, eh? See what else it looks like. It looks like, wow, look how sunny it is, eh, in the other room? See how sunny it is in the other room? It goes right through. It makes everything look like nothing. Then you got the floor, of course. It's a little dirty, if you can see. And then we got the door, my bed. That's the wall in my room. And the ceiling, if you can see under the ceiling. See my room on the ceiling? Can I get down this and see what it looks like this way? And then up this way. And so that's part of the ceiling in my room. It's the door above. It's the room. It's the next room. So we go back to this room. And then if you can see, if I can pull this camera far enough away, you can see the back wall. See the back wall? See those two things, that guy up there? That's an IDOHO. That spells the word, if you really want to say Idaho, if you really want. How? The I that goes across. Okay, the two sides looking at each other, those are D letters. Okay, in order to create it, you need a straight line and a round line. The A, okay, becomes the cross line in the center between the two. Can't you see flipped upside down? It's an A, which looks like two ears. And the H is the division between the replica, okay, of the mirror of the same letter, HO. But you can actually fill in anything you want. So you get to see that side of the room, and then you meld it in with that side of the room, which now you saw both sides of the room and back to the ceiling. This part you didn't see. I never really did a video on this yet. So there's Jacob's corner. Okay, Jacob has had trouble from day one. From day one that they brought Jacob into this world, he has troubled on this planet Earth. And so he shall come in and he shall go out. He was alive at the beginning and he's alive at the end. But the new world comes in, and the evil that portrayed after he was in is now gone. He came back to the reverse of what it was. The reverse of what it is in Jacob was to destroy. But after we've went through all the years, we must rebuild. If we do not rebuild the house of Jacob, then man will cease to exist. Because in the story of life, Jacob must die. Because if Jacob does not die, then how does he come back to life? Well, now that he is gone and left his children here on earth, he has gone back to the spirit world, but now he's ready to live here again. He will die there to come here, to die here, to go back. Only so we can build the house of Jacob one more time. And once that house of Jacob is built, my friends, now it's time for evil to think how it's going to destroy it. But it's going to take 4,000 years that we will live in pleasuresome. 4,000 years. 2,000 for the soul and 2,000 for the spirit. We have to divide everything up and share, you know. 1/3, 1/3, and the in-between 1/3, the change over time. You know what I'm saying? Change over. Quebec, the tale of the cat, the 9 lives. This is not even live. This is not even live. This is on Logitech. I told them, I said to them, who's them? It's the carrier that I'm with for my internet. And I said, listen, I'm getting a red light. Well, bring in, it's your power cord. But if it's not your power cord, it's your box. So they made me drive 40 miles. I could have waited a day, so it was my fault. To come back here to find out that it's not the power cord, now the box is not working. They could have told me yesterday, Mr. Fremeth, listen, it's been 2 years we see on file that you're having problems. Do you know that my box is giving out 5% to 10% more suction, okay, of the energy? If you're over suction or under suction's okay, but over suction of energy will make the breaker go off. So anyways, now they sent me to this lady called Emoshel. This is the lady that's going to be taking care of something, not this, for my taxes, because apparently I did all my taxes and it shows 0. But the accountant says to me I owe $30,000. So I want to know who's making the mistake. Not only that, okay, the government hasn't made me pay the bill, a bill that I've never seen, so far it could be like the movie I watched last night. Just another ghostwriter trying to pull something over on me. So I get a hoaxer, good friend of mine, to call up the accountant, and he says the accountant says you owe money, but the hoaxer on the phone sounds like he's part of the game. Almost seems like everything I'm doing is part of the game. I mean, even the lady for the collection agency that I called to see if I owe, whether I owe or not, even that, just because it's a number. Moshel, okay? The word of the ladder. Emoshel, okay? Emo, hemo. How can I say it? Jacob's ladder. How else can I say it? The word. Snakes and ladders. Now don't forget, it's not going to take 5 years to build this house of Jacob. Nobody will really understand anything for 100 years. Because if my great-grandfather, if I touch my great-grandfather, who touched my grandfather to my father to me, then we're still living in the same age. We're only moving from one world where the people will no longer see the old world, but in records and old TV shows for the next 100 years, and then they'll start to like it. They'll sort of like to watch all that old stuff because they wouldn't have seen it. It's not happening in their time. But believe you me, in this new world, there's going to be a certain area on earth dedicated for stupidity. Like, you want to go there, you can do whatever you want. They'll even sell you shares. I'm going to sell you shares on something. You're going to go and do something, but you might never get out of there. But it's okay. There's no jails on this island. It's Hi-ho, silver, let's go. What else do I want to mention is that the telephone number they gave me, the codes they gave me, my page code is 212. I was just talking about that to Jen yesterday, where 1010 is 100, 100 Celsius is 212, 34 is creation. Those are all my first numbers on my Bell bill. And now on my Quebec revenue bill, it's 103-555-397. I mean, I don't care if I told you, it means nothing to me, okay, this number. But it's just the way, I mean, what I see inside of it, okay? Not only that, I think I spoke about it in the video yesterday, teeth number 51 and 52, Earth and Mars. Why does Earth go on one side and Mars goes on the other side? Well, it's like the cat. Cat's got one tail. When the cat wraps her tail around her body, is she going to wrap it on the left side or is she going to wrap it on the right side? What's she wrapping? Or what's she quacking if she's speaking? Then she's meowing. So what's she saying if she's saying anything at all, or it's just a meow? The cats run outside and all of a sudden the tail goes up and they're looking all around. They don't hear a word. No, you don't hear a word. The other thing I wanted to mention is that in rotas soro, rotas are stroke. And anything else you can put with this combination. Any street. S-T-R-E-E-T. Inside the word of 10 rotas soro is the word street. The street you drive. You want to go back? How about starting it out this way? Obama, Amabo. Obama, Obama, Amabo, Omabu, Obama. But we're going to change this. Do you know what else it's going to say? It's going to say B-A-R-R-Y. Barry. Because it's like a berry, like a bad cherry, only because it rhymes. Now I got to figure out what else goes in here. Now my question is, you see this crisscross that connects this A to this A, or this A to this A? Or I can connect this A to this A, and A. Is that when you go bowling, the duck pins, they got little things surrounded around their waist. Wouldn't you say that would be something to do with tourists? Wouldn't you say, let's go bowling? Small pins? What do you mean small pins? You can have candle pins. You have 10 frames in all the games, but the point system and the pins look a little bit different as well as the balls. You like that, eh? Everything adds up to a what? To a score. But it took the number to create the score. It took the action of the process to create the score that came and written inside of a number. And then you write it in a box and said, I did it. Who did it? Barry did it. He's got a score. He scored. May as well lose that in translation, right? Take away the hockey, nothing's on ice. But if nothing's on ice twice, lice, mice in the head, running in the head. So the stern and the bow of the boat. Because Saturn, Sator, tenant, rotas, enent, net 10. Stern, Saturn, NRTS. Now the question is, can we change this to numbers? And then somebody else like Jen walks up and looks at it and goes and sees all these numbers and goes, shit, there's a number 9, not Chaldean, unless Chaldean is, unless it's played from the corners, in which the first square of 4 numbers in here, okay, was Chaldean. But the numbers playing over here was numbers, Pythagorean gematria. Why? Because we leave out in gematria, okay, you want to see something? I'll show you something. You see this dice? There's 3 missing in the center. You always need the heart that's on the complete opposite side. It bangs out in the center. You're missing 2 spaces out of 9. That's 7 out of 9. Okay? Why do you get the 8? Well, we get the 8 because of this. Whoop. We get the 8 because of this. This one is this way. This one is this way. So if I overlap on top and I scrape really, really, really hard, and I scrape really, really hard, and then I come back, and then I show you this. One, and 6, missing 2, making 7 out of 9, and 2 and 6, missing 1, making it 8 out of 9. This one over here is Chaldean. This one over here is Gematria. The two of them together on different levels becomes numbers and Pythagorean. They stick out the tongue. I got two sides to my tongue. Hold it. Anyways, I'm not here to fool around with my tongue. There's so many other ways to do certain things. How you piece this together. You ever look at the hat that Jack wears? Look at the hat that Jack wears, and look at this part over here. That's what Jack's wearing. So we showed you the dice, how we got all the worlds. In one world, you got 7 out of 9. In the other world, you got 8 out of 9. When you get 8 out of 9, you got your brains, but you ain't got no heart. But you put them together, you got 9 out of 9. Not really. You have even more. You have 8, and 7 is 15. You have the egg. 8 and 7 is 15. It's almost like saying A and E, but we're not going into that right now. We showed you this part. 3, 4, 4, 2, 4, 2, 8, 4, 4, 8, 2, 4, 2, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3. You want to know what it is? Creates 4, 9, 9, 4 at the end. The corners, okay, are 5s. 5s and 5s, 5s and 5s. Inside, it's 8 and 8. 5 and 8. 8 and 5, 8 and 2. 8 and 5, 8 and 2 is 7 and 7. 5 and 2, 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 5 and 2 is 7. 7 and 7, time heaven. In the Venus world, and this is your Neptune. As far as I know, Neptune is the light. There's so many things, I don't even know where to go. I just started with opera, tenant, but I didn't want to do Obama. I also want to do Barry Soetoro, okay, because there's more in this. Boema, Beema. Would it be Beema? What's the question? I don't know. But what I do want to show you next, did you ever see tic-tac-toe? Here's tic-tac-toe. Here's your I, and here's your BH. If you take the I, you get the A. No, you don't get the A. It looks and replicates as you get the A and the C. But the only place this can come from, A and C, is actually D and F. D, E, F presented inside the I. Why? Because it comes from this house over here. This is the house that if you put these three together, you'll get tic-tac-toe. I did want to jump off to one other thing and say that if I was in Chaldean, R and I would be 1 and 2, when normally they're 9 and 9, which makes it again 9 and 1 is 1, 9 and 2 is 2. So even as Chaldean makes R and I as 1 and 2, and in numbers it's number 9, or it's number 18, makes it 19, and makes it 20, and then there's another explanation. We want to explain 7, 8, and 9 because it's Jack, Jack, Jack. If it's 27, 28, 29, it's T, T, T. Now, what part? It remains to create the Q letter, but this is actually J and G, which is created by number 52 to create 71. When you create 52 by 71, okay, it's almost like saying 98, because 9 and 8 is 17, 9 times 8 is 72. You recreated the same numbers, okay? 9 by 8 equals 72. Oh, I'm not happy that it's not live and it's taking time to get up because I see I can't keep up to my thinking, and I know I'm not going to give you the complete answer, and it's going to be a blur partly to you, so you'll never, at the end, you'll say to yourself, well, again, it didn't work out. 9 and 8 is 17, 1 and 7 is 8. How did I get to this answer? Yes, because R equals 18 and I plus equals to 9. This one equals to 10. This one equals to 20. There's your JT out of this number over here. JT. 1, 2, 3 would be 16 and 1. 16 and 2. 16 and 17 is 1. Is that what it is? No. Roman numerals. In order to get this, you need one I, and here you get two I's. I and I would make you your 18. One I would make you your 9. It's therefore showing you that this in Roman numerals works out. Anytime you see an I, it could be a dividing line. If you make a division between two sides, it looks like an I, it looks like a 1. Maybe there is no 1. The only one that exists is you standing or the simple situation. That's the only one that can be. Did you follow me? Look, that's 1, because I've divided two sides. I've put something in between. 1 is so fantastic. This is sort of like 1, but now you know it's point between 2. Square between 2. You ever see this? It's 1 cream, but it also looks like the Aleph letter. The Aleph letter shows a C when it makes it in cursive. It looks like C and a 1 before it. We can also say 3 minus 1 is 2. Instead of doing this, they do this. Instead of it being 5, it'll be 3. But maybe C is 3. Why is C 3? Well, 1 and 2 worlds come together to create 3. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals 3 and 4. Well, now we're at actually 7. No, so this would be wrong. One of the things that we also have to wonder about is the center world will create a V, and it'll automatically create 3 sides. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, creating the M, 4, 5, and 6. So to get back to this over here, okay, we'll always say 7, 8, and 9. This one over here, which is over here, will always say 4 and 6. If I turned it this way, okay, now you have to question. Here's your H over here. By dividing the two sides, you open it up. Do you understand? I took the I and I opened it up. Here's my I. Okay? By opening it up, I ended up creating a center and a left side and a right side, separating my two sides, having to double up on the numbers. So if I did this, I would have to make it bigger than this. It would have to be this size. 3, 6, 9 on the inside, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14 on the outside. 14 and 9 equals 23. How's that possible? 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, that's better. 16 and 9. 4 by 4 and 3 by 3 equals this. You want to know what other numbers go with it? 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 is 216. We're missing 3 and 4. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 is 625. We're missing 3 and 4. 3 times 3 and 4 by 3, Earth and Mars. It's always going to be about Earth and Mars. 2 front teeth, Earth and Mars. I have to figure out what else goes in here, and do I put up Barry Soetoro, or do I just go with Barack Obama, because that's the big name. We showed you the gematria tree, 6, 7, and 8, 8, 7, and 6, 8, 7, and 8, 6, 7, and 6. The lowest we can go is 21 makes the cube. The center one, we create space, and in the top one, okay, we create the borders. I'm assuming 48 is the borders, and then we live on the inside of 57. 57 is like December. 48, okay, is 12. Okay, it's another December. But this one pops up between April and August. This one is dead center of the Magen David. In the first world, you get 21. In the second world, you get 48. In the third world, you get 75. Okay? If you want to add them up together, you get 13 and 14. Letter M, letter N, 27 red. Okay, would be your answer. But if you take it up, it'll be 45, the number of the sun. Why? 5 and 8 is 13, and 1 is 14. 7 and 4 is 11, and 2 is 13. 13 and 14, AC, AD. How do you want to put it? 45 DE of 2. How would you want to say this? D, A, C, A. DACA. DACA. What would that say? DACA day. The DACA day. This is the year we're coming into, in the Hebrew year, and it's the one we're running in right now. This one was the Super Bowl. This is the months we're coming into, and this is exactly the time. This is exactly my day, April 8th. I'm hoping that my internet gets back. And this is because of the cube. This is the alpha and beta world which is the ones I just showed you. Here's your 8, 1 is missing. Here's your 7, 2 are missing. 2 are missing, 1 are missing. 1 and 2 is H and I, and here's your H, and there's your I, and here's your H or your I, and there's your O. Let me see. Here's your O. See the way it goes all the way around? Is that your O? What do we design out of this cube with the 8 letters? Is that your H or is that your O? What are we going to do? I don't know. I'm not sure where I should put this. So at the end, we ended up with these numbers: 75, 123, 75 and 48, 7, 110, 123. If I multiply 123 by 47, it'll be 2021, which is in 6 and 7 years from now. That would be the end date, but that's revival time. If I take 75 and 21, that's your 96. If I take 48 and 21, that's your 69. If I take them all together, I get 105 and 8 is 13, 14. 14, 1, 8, 12. If I add them up all together, 9, 14, and 1. 3, 7 is 14, 1, 44. 144 hours in a 6-day week in the creation of man. Okay? I was only showing you F, G, and H. Okay? I wasn't talking about this. This starts with 6, it ends with 1. It starts with 6 and ends with 1. It's 6, 1 all the way around. This is saying, I am Saturn's star. Bow to me. Oh, bow to me. Raphael 7286. And there is stuff that I did leave out. Something to do with some coded area codes, and one other piece I didn't do is this piece over here. You see the STR, okay, and then there was the P that I completely left out, so I'm going to have to think of that P right now. The P in the end, I can't leave anything out. That P, right? Oh my God. OP, PO, PO Box. So anyways, not getting into it. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I'm hoping to get this uploaded tomorrow. Thank you for watching this video. Oh yeah, there's just so many things. There's just a ton of things. See this design here? How it tilts? See the way you can see the tic-tac-toe inside of there? You can also create the star if you want, and if you do create the star, you'll see exactly where they crisscross over this Stanley Cup. Baseball starts, playoffs start, basketball playoffs start. Every kind of game is now online. The only game they took out was the too many men on the field to too many men on the ice. To a late hit, okay, for movement on the line, for the extra stroke as they come to play for the Green Jackets, as the Kentucky Derby comes to run their hooves on the grounds of Kentucky, Churchill Downs, Pimlico, down in New York Aqueduct. The summer comes upon us. Let's just say, who should we watch out for? Let's watch out for nothing. Net 10, Yahoo! Net 10, Yahoo! People are not looking in the right direction because I keep coming up with Yahoo! Net 10, get 10, Yahoo! Net 10, Yahoo! Setting the whole thing up. Why does that keep coming to my mind? What does that mean? Netanyahu is setting it up. Is he a pitcher, a catcher? Does he play baseball or soccer or hockey? Is he a young kid or is he an old man? Is he a president? Is he an old fart? Has he already left this planet? Or is he coming back? Net 10, say 10, Yahoo, put them together. Who are they? Can someone please tell me? Who are they? This video ends at 29:29.